The last time that so much damage was caused by so few people, you'd have to go back to the four horsemen of the apocalypse.
I love Arn Anderson. What can I say? Who doesn't love Arn Anderson when they go back and actually watch what he can do? I mean, he could speak. He's possibly one of the best in-ring performers ever. He's easily the most believable in-ring performer, at least to me. He just exudes this understated coolness, as well as a just rugged manliness, I suppose. And you have to wonder, were Rick not there to steal the spotlight? Could Arn have been a bigger star? They did a great storyline for that in WCW. That unfortunately went absolutely nowhere because, of course, it didn't. We had to put all the attention on Hulk Hogan. But Arn really is something special. And to this day, I love hearing interviews with the guy because he just seems decent. He seems like a good person. And I like him. I'm glad Arn is around.
From Mattel's WWE Elite line, specifically the Target exclusive 4 Horsemen 4-figure box set that came out a few years ago, this is Arn Anderson, the Enforcer, right-hand man to Ric Flair, founding member of the 4 Horsemen, and the guy who gave them their name, because in case you guys don't know, he just off the cuff made a 4 Horsemen comment about there being 4 of them, basically, and then people showed up with Horseman signs. It's one of the most naturalistic ways any group has ever gotten over, and boy, have they tried to do that again, with the Authority, Evolution, the NWO. Never works. You eventually just have to tell everyone your name because they don't catch on. But they caught on with Arn, because Arn didn't mean to do it. He was just that good. Taking a closer look, and this was before face scanning was a thing in Mattel, and in fact, a lot of likenesses were actually really bad at this time. They made Arn's likeness fairly well, however. Like, this does look like a young Arn Anderson. And even the simple detail, like the hair painted on his chest, looks fine. The biggest issue I have with this figure, oddly enough, is his articulation. Not that it's limited, because this was standard at the time, but how stiff he is. Like, his ab crunch actually feels like it's going to snap every time you use it. It's so tight. And as you can see down here, the thigh swivel is so tight that using it is forcing it out of the socket. It's not a great feeling figure, and it's a shame because Arn has only had a handful of figures, and he's probably not going to get another one again from Mattel, at least not for several years. That said, this is still the best looking Arn on the market. Get him with a Tully and a Rick, and all you really need is the look. You have the greatest stable in wrestling ever, and they're well represented. If they made an Ole, that'd be even better, but even without him, you have the major components here. Now I just need to get a grass skirt for him so he can properly do an Aloha Arn.